to do something in the community, and I was told to go to Avenida de Mesilla. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that two L's are not pronounced two L's. I was looking for Avenida de Mesilla.
Mesilla.
But yeah, I was looking for Mesilla, but I ran across Mesilla and I passed by it because, I spell things like their sound. And so Mesilla does not have two L's in it.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time to kind of get used to that. So it's very interesting how J's are not really J's.
J's aren't really J's.
You have
H's.
to be very careful, please. People, if you see Jesus, do not say Jesus. It's Jesus. I learned that the hard way too.
Yeah.
No, Jesus is not there.
Oh, that's hilarious.
By the way, we are still on our learning curve.
Yeah.
So apparently we need to do a part 1 and part 2 of a 2-hour show because they finished us off, and thank God for Daisy sitting right here and pointing out the screen was off.
So I go blank.
Yeah, so we're back on for part 2 of the show.
They missed all the Pikachu stuff.
I think yes.
Could be
That is
that's okay. That could
unfortunate.
be a really good thing.
That's
That could be a really good thing.
It is what it is. I guess we're going to basically we'll separate into 2 different deals. We'll basically say, we'll be right back, and we'll do a part 2 right afterwards from now on. Hey, you learn as you go.
That's right.
So,
Tuck and roll.
Isn't that what we were just talking about?
Absolutely.
That is.
So what are you going to play?
So to get
Yes. Thank
God.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, don't think that you're going to get that past me.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Go ahead.
okay, fine.
Hey, I was really proud of you for getting up in front of everyone on Saturday. and
Yes,
singing.
last Saturday
That was
at
awesome.
Sorry, I
Amaro
missed
Winery.
it.
You missed
Open
it.
mic at Amaro Winery, which is 2 to 5 every Saturday.
More or
Randy
less.
got up and 2 to whenever they decide to quit. Randy got up and he played and he
For
sang.
his first time,
And,
he
yeah.
got up and played his first time in front
Yeah.
of people
Yeah.
with a song that you wrote and sang in public for the first time.
Oh yeah.
That was he had a lot of firsts on Saturdays.
Yeah, it was
Saturday.
great.
It was really
Yeah.
cool.
And I had my music teacher, Damian Luna, was there.
Yeah, no pressure.
He was not only was he there,
He's like
he
the
was
best
like
cheerleader.
not even 5 feet away from him with his phone
Oh,
filming him.
recording
He was
everything.
right in my face.
There was like so many firsts for Randy that day. It was crazy. I'm like, oh, please don't pass out.
And then he put it up on Instagram yesterday.
Oh, did he really?
And by the way, I heard from Luis Guerrero, saw it, and he responded, "Thank you, Luis. That was really nice." He's been one of my cheerleaders in this town. I'm afraid of the day that Ricky Luna finds out that it's up there because he's been on me worse than anybody. To go ahead and get up there and get that done. So.
Well, he's gonna find out before the end of the day.
I wonder who's gonna tell him.
I don't know.
Ricky is so much fun. I love that guy.
Very talented individual, and a cheerleader. Like he's
That's what is great about this town.
positivity.
Yeah.
Yes.
You go
Yeah.
to any open mic, you don't see anybody criticizing anyone else. It's always good job, man. I mean, you can stink to high heaven and you're getting all these compliments, which I think is awesome.
Case in point, me. So
Yeah. No, stop. No, I think it's really good that people support each other the way that they do.
oh, for
Okay.
sure.
And offer that confidence.
It wasn't as bad as I was because I'm having a problem memorizing these songs. So I had my book up there and I am playing and the wind blows and throws my pages over.
Oh no!
And I'm in the middle of the song. I'm like, now
my
what do I do?
worst
So I just like kept singing, moved my page back, and everybody said, "Hey, that was great." I'm like, "You saw what happened, didn't you?" So
and you wipe the sweat off. your
yeah,
brow.
but out here, it's like the music community out here is absolutely wonderful. I'm
Oh,
from
yeah.
Southern California. They ain't so nice. To
No.
put it mildly, they're not as nice. It's just, they'll go to your gigs and criticize you right there. you know,
I feel like that
So-
stunts your growth.
yeah,
you know.
it is very
It's not
competitive out
super-
there. They're all about being competitive. Where out here, it's a family, it's a community, and it's a beautiful thing.
It's
such a-
fun.
It's so much fun.
It is fun.
It's
Well,
really
and,
fun.
and I finished up, and I got people coming up to me like crazy and
Yeah.
just giving me such positive words. And the big thing that stuck with me, and for me, this is just huge. I had one guy that came up and he said that I was genuine.
Yep.
And I was like, forget everything else.
Yeah.
I hit clunkers, and I know I'm going to hit
Yeah.
clunkers. I'm not that great with this thing yet. I'm better than I've been.
Yeah.
And that's all thanks to Damian, no matter what he
Yeah.
says. But I'm better than I was. But yeah, I'm not a great player, and I don't really care if I become one. I want to just do enough right. I can do what I'm writing.
Mhm.
But what I'm writing is coming from the heart, and hear the word genuine come out of
Yeah.
somebody's mouth. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Now I've got something to live up to, so I can't screw that up.
For so many people getting up in front of people and doing either whatever it is, singing, playing poetry, whatever, it's having those people look back at you. It's very difficult for a lot of people. It's like they could be I knew people that were fantastic singers.
Mhm.
I performed in a cabaret show, and there was a group of the performers that used to have to find places to look at in the room because they had to have focus points, because if they look at the audience, they'd freak out.
Right.
I had no idea what that was like.
It's very different.
Because they looked
Yeah,
at
he's
me.
not shy. He's
Because they looked at me and I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "We're getting our focus points, so we don't have to look at the audience." I said, "Oh." They go, "What do you look at?" I go, "The audience."
Yes.
I'm one of those that feed off of them. But there are people that, there's one woman that I performed with. She was just amazing. But she said if she looks at people, she freezes up.
Oh yeah. You'll see a lot of performers that will close their eyes.
Yeah.
Especially singers when they're singing,
Yeah.
and it's the same sort of thing usually. I was trained through competition speech and competition debate. You don't focus on a single spot because it can also screw you up that way. You let your eyes wander.
Yeah.
You're basically trying to draw everybody in, and basically all of your insecurities, deal with them and get over them.
Yeah.
Is what I was taught, which is a hard lesson for me to learn.
Get over
But-
it.
Yeah.
But apparently,
Yeah.
people couldn't tell that I was as nervous as I was up there. So apparently, my little BS routine works pretty well.
Hey, you were up there, you were doing it, you were having fun. That's all it was about, is everybody going up there and having open mic night. Open mics out here are just different than anywhere.
It's great,
It's
yeah,
great.
and
It's fun. That's
you've
all it
got
is, fun.
Whenever you're on stage, you've got a room full of cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And I think for you just had to get over the first time jitters.
Yes. That is
And
It
there
gets
was
easier
not
after
a
that.
more perfect place to do it than
oh yeah.
at Amaro, where, everybody was there. All the musicians were there, rooting
Yeah.
for each other.
Yeah.
So I think that was really great.
Yeah. It was very cool. And I will be getting up again this next week.
And just not only is Amaro open mic 2 to 5 on Saturday afternoons,
Yes.
this Saturday will be there. The following Saturday, open mic will be hosted by Daisy Blue.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
I'm
Daisy
so
Blue will be
bad at
hosting open
self-promotion.
mic on not this coming Saturday, the following Saturday.
The following Saturday, come hang out. Yo.
Yeah.
Make sure to catch BJ's show that day. But also if you can swing both, then swing both.
Yeah.
Come and,
Absolutely.
and
You
hang
can
out
do
and
that
jam.
here. You can go from place to place and listen to different artists all day long. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, we paused long
Yeah.
enough. Go.
Oh God. Okay. I am not playing the one I played at tomorrow because I'm still working on that. Yeah, that's a hard chord progression that I'm doing. So I hit the clunker a few times. So this one's a little bit easier. And since it is March, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit into the
Shut up, liver.
the St. Patty's stuff, and although I'm more orange than I am green, I'll still enjoy a little nip now and then, or a little nip every chance I get. One of my favorite Irish performers is Christy Moore, who, by the way, does shut his eyes tight when he plays, but he's a multimillionaire, so he can do that. And there's a couple of his songs that I love, and I've been playing with this one a little bit. Black is the color. Black is the color. There we go. Of my true love's hair. There it is. Her lips are like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands. And I love the ground whereon she stands. I love my love, and well she knows. I love the ground, and when she and I could be as one, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands. And I love the ground whereon she stands. And I keep hitting the wrong chord. I go to the Clyde, and I mourn and weep, for satisfied I ne'er can be. I write her a letter, just a few short lines, and suffer death 1,000 times. For black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands. And I love the ground on which she stands. That's it.
I like that. That's nice.
It is so hard to play and sing at the same time, or so I've heard.
What do you remember the first time you performed and how you felt?
The first time I performed.
Because we talked about how Randy went up on his first time and he was nervous. How do you remember the first time you stood up in front of people and sang by yourself?
I mean, I'm always nervous. That's not anything that has changed over the years. But when I first started going to I did open mics before, but I went to the Monday night open mic that was at the Pecan Grill. It is now back open, by the way. It's just not the Pecan anymore, but it's still hosted by Chris Baker, and it has just started as of last week at Vintage Wines.
Right.
So there's your shameless plug for that.
Yeah.
But I remember,
And Chris does a great job.
Yeah.
yes, he does. Yeah, and that's another band that can tell what key you're in by like listening to the wind and
Yes.
opening up the French doors of their hearts.
Open up that's it. I'm gonna write that down too.
We have a bunch of songs come out at the same time, the same title.
French doors of your heart. Yeah, I remember being petrified because my store, I was working at Holloman at the time. I was not gigging anywhere. I had no gigging experience. And I just decided I wanted to be a musician. And thinking back on that, I think about how stupid that was. But it's been fun though. I'm like, it worked out. So I came over, and my brother-in-law was stationed at Holloman at the time, so he came out with me. And so I remember that day really clearly. I remember meeting all these people for the first time and walking into that open mic, and my brother-in-law saying to me, he's like, if I knew I had to walk in this building and play music, I would walk out. He's like, you're doing it on purpose. But yeah, I don't know. I remember being terrified. I still get terrified. It's still terrifying. I still close my eyes. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just scary. You just get used to it, I guess.
Well, for me, it was like the first time I had to. I was in junior high choir. There was a big medley song we were doing, and in the very middle there was a solo part that I had earned, and I had never sing, in front of people. And I was nervous at the time.
Oh yeah.
And guys were asking me, "Are you okay? You nervous?" And I said, "Are you kidding? Look at me. Look at that." And they go, "You're steady as a rock." I said, "I hold the mic with this hand."
Blazing Saddles
Yeah.
reference.
So I get up there,
That's
I
funny.
do my part. Everybody's watching. They applauded. I'm done. And that was the last time I was nervous.
Yeah.
It was just like, now, if you ask my mother, she says my first performance was when I was 4 years old. They find me in the garage standing on a crate with my dad's microphone in my hand, singing for 4 little girls from the neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
They couldn't understand where they came, how I got a hold of my dad's microphone. And I'm standing, and my mom even remembers I was singing the song "Natural Man" by Lou Rawls.
Oh wow.
But I don't remember that. But for everybody, it's different. Like I said, we had
Mhm.
professional singers in this cabaret show that we were in, and many of them couldn't sing. And so you're not alone, and it's
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
Well, we'll see how nervous you are once you finish your first song.
Yeah, when you
That
play.
does change things.
Yeah, when you play your own song, because it's like, yeah. I mean, I've had songs that I can't play them a certain way, like everybody remembers them, so I change it.
Mhm.
Right.
But that's different. It's still their song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I go to play this song in front of people, it's like,
You're putting a part of your soul out there
Yeah.
for people to judge. And yeah.
Yeah.
But I think nervous is good. I think
Yeah.
nervous is how you stay sharp and you get better.
I always say it would be no fun to watch if I wasn't nervous
Yeah.
because all the things that make me entertaining is a result of me being so insanely uncomfortable.
Right.
So like that's why I say so many jokes and that's why I do my dance moves and that's why I'm like, you guys are having fun, right? Right?
Somebody please say yes.
Yeah, right? Because I'm just a nervous wreck the whole time. But if I wasn't, I don't think I'd be any fun to watch. I think I think just watching me writher in pain is what makes me entertaining.
I think it's just a bonus.
I was sitting.
I love
There you
listening
go.
to you sing.
Yeah.
So,
And everybody
So there's
sings
that.
so differently.
Yeah.
oh
You
yeah.
know, everybody's got that
Yeah.
different nuance to them, that makes them fun to watch. I
Mhm.
gave up on my music a long time ago. I first started singing in church. Of course, all the church people go into the old folks' homes, right, and sing. And that's how I got noticed
Mhm.
and was told by some people that were standing there that this little girl has a powerful voice, so you need to get her into lessons. And that's
Mhm.
what happened. I did get into lessons. And I was terrified when I first got up for that little recital that you practice so hard for. And then, of course,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you have to swallow like right in the middle of the verse and you're trying not to, but your voice kind of gives out and you end up swallowing and you're like, okay, this sounds really great right now. So, it was really interesting how all of that happened, and then just kind of growing up doing choir and showing different
Mhm.
points. Now, he looks at the audience. Some people don't look at the audience. I look at everything. I look at lights. I look at walls. I look at people. So my eyes are constantly moving. But it is kind of terrifying when you get up there by yourself,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't help to picture everyone naked. I don't know why.
No,
Well,
I mean,
tried-
underwear.
No, it doesn't.
Underwear.
I
Right.
tried that and that was bad. I'm like, wow, no.
Well,
we're gonna have to figure something else out. If I'm
What's
gonna do
even worse is
this.
when you're imagining your audience naked and that's just not working for you, so you stop doing it and
Yeah.
you look and you realize that one of the guys in the audience is actually naked.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Man, that'll just ruin your day.
Is this like the beautiful mind? Is that dude there? I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
So when are we
yeah.
gonna get a duet with you guys then?
We've done it
Ooh.
before at church.
We've done,
and
yeah,
I'm
we did duets in church.
I'm gonna slowly bring her in. She's a little.
I've been working a lot lately, so
Yeah.
I really didn't have much time to do anything with him except
Yeah.
for his music room is right on the other side of my office. So when he messes up, I'll holler, "Do it again." So he has to start all over again. He's like, "I'm just playing around." I'm not. Do it again. Or he'll hit the wrong key. Try it again.
Yeah.
And so he'll
Well,
play the same
yeah.
song a dozen times before
Oh,
he gets
yeah.
it right.
He's going to get some practice in here
Yeah.
for the next several weeks. Too.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think I'm
Um,
playing like
oh,
every.
To go over real quick, the Mesilla Valley Music Fest, which
Yes.
starts the 26th.
26th,
So it's
27th,
coming up
28th.
fast.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we've got In no particular order, on the 27th at the Bean, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Tom Foster Morris is going to be
Oh,
performing.
yeah.
He's awesome.
No diggity,
A
no
lot of
doubt.
fun. On Friday the 26th, 5:30 to 8:30 at in Vintage Wines, Chris Baker with the MF Rhythm Band.
No doubt, no diggity.
Dry Point Distillers on the 27th at 5:30. Yesterday's Fable, who we're trying to get on the show. Hopefully that'll happen soon. Oh yes, Don Felix Cafe on the 26th at 5:30. Guitar Slam.
Yes.
Yes.
If you've never heard
Yes.
Guitar
Oh my
Slim, he is such a
gosh.
blast. And by the way, you want to talk about a shy guy? Incredibly shy until he's got that guitar on, and then everything changes.
Walked up to compliment him, and he turned red, and it
Yes.
was just like, "Oh, thank you." And that's,
Yes.
you know, oh, that's okay. Oh, it's okay. And I'm like, "No, man, you're great." And the more I kept complimenting him, the
Yeah.
more embarrassed he got. And I'm like,
He's like a little kid. It was
Stop.
great.
Yeah.
But when I met him, we went and saw him at Sparky's. And
Yes, he plays there a lot.
he got up, and the first time I saw him, I went up and I'm watching him play, and he is just going. He's fantastic blues player, soloing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm watching him, and I'm like, what I'm seeing him do and what I'm hearing just doesn't, there's something wrong. So I walk up to him and I asked him, I said, "How are you tuned?" And he just gives his little smile and goes, "Standard tuning." He goes, "Take a look."
Mhm.
The guy's left-handed,
Yes.
but his guitar is stringed right-handed.
Yes.
He plays it upside down.
Yep.
And the reason he
Oh,
told me was,
weird.
I said, "How did you?" And he goes, "My brother was a jerk. His brother taught him how to play, but wouldn't let him invert the string. So he was either learn that way or not play."
Yep.
And he is fantastic. Great
He
guy.
is.
Last time I went up there, he just held up his guitar. "Anybody want to play?" And she practically pushed me out. This is right as I was starting to learn to get go. She pushes me out of the booth. I go up there. I start playing. I'm about to finish the song, and all of a sudden I hear him in my ear going, "Keep going." So I keep playing the chord progression. He grabbed another guitar and started soloing, and it was another 10 minutes of him just going
Oh,
off.
yeah.
And it was so much fun. He is a blast. to
He's
listen to.
amazing. He doesn't have that crippling ego thing
Oh,
going on.
No.
He's
He's
not
a ham.
He is not conceited
No.
at all. He's just very humble.
Fun.
That's
guy
a
to
cool
listen
name too.
to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
That's a cool stage
of,
name.
of
yeah.
course it's not his given name. You know, his
No.
name's in guitar. It's actually a very standard blues name, and there's about 4 different Guitar Slams playing
Yeah.
around the U.S. right now. But man, it works so well. A lot of times he's got a wireless setup for his guitar, and I've been at clubs where we've been out, a group of us dancing on the floor, and he'll kind of, there was one point we were all dancing in a big circle, just hamming it up, having a good old time, and all of a sudden I feel this little nudge, and I look over, and there's this guitar neck right here, and this guy coming through, and he gets in the middle of us, and he dances and plays in the middle of us all, just
That was so fun.
because.
Because
So-
he can.
If you get a chance to see Guitar Slim,
Yeah.
it's so worth it.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
you will not be disappointed.
On
That's
the 28th at 3:30 at Chala's Woodfire Grill, Tanner Houston is going
Oh,
to be playing. Tanner's cool.
I love Tanner.
26th on Friday at Dry Point Distillers, Daisy Blue.
Daisy?
That's me.
That is you. Hacienda de Mesilla on 28th at 11, Acoustic Algorithm.
Oh,
Yo, yo, yo,
wow.
yo.
That's
It's our boy
awesome.
Adrian and Andy, yo.
I love they are so good together.
Love
And,
them, love
yeah,
them.
adding the percussion to the stuff makes it so awesome.
Yeah.
Don Felix Cafe on the 27th at noon. Chris Smith, CL Smith of Rockabilly Strangers,
Yeah.
who, by the way, apparently just got on Instagram and saw my video. Let's see. God, there's so much here.
There is
The-
so much on Facebook now.
Experience
It's
Mesilla
crazy.
is where you'll find the whole list.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
And it's just
Callista is playing at Salute on the 27th.
Oh.
Yes.
Callista's awesome. Dallas David Ochoa is playing at Chala's on the 26th.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Right there.
Scott
Hold
Jasmine at Salute on the 26th.
Also
this is
a
gonna be
ham.
concert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Luna Rosa is going to be posting. Daniel Sanchez over there. That's the 26th as well.
No chocolate bear. What up?
Callista at DH Les Combs.
Oh, what up, girl? Playing at the playing at the homes.
Callista's scary. She is so good. And
She
She's
can
fun
play
to
that
watch.
guitar like ringing a bell, yo.
Abby and Kevin are playing at Salute on the 27th.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I caught their show last
Did you?
month. Was it last month? Yes, it was.
I've heard Abby by
And-
herself, and she's amazing.
Whew, it is. They doubled down.
Cool.
Really awesome vocal harmonies. I'm kind of a sucker for that. So don't miss it. That's
For
yeah.
sure.
There's a lot to choose from.
You've
There's
got to
too
go
much.
to the Facebook page to get all of this.
Yeah.
Daniel Sanchez at New Mexico Vintage on the 27th. Chris Baker at Salute on the 28th. And yes, I know there's several of these days, several different people playing different places at the same time. Yeah, that's the point of all
Yeah.
this. BJ is going to be playing it in Vintage on the 27th. That's at 11 a.m.
Wait.
James Cordova is playing at Luna Rosa.
Hey,
27th at 5:30. Who is this? Spotted Dog Brewery, by the way. We were just there the other day.
that's right. We were there on Monday. Yeah.
On the 26th at 5:30. Deming Fusiliers. I don't know who these guys are, but I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
Because that's a hell of a good name, isn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, I go to Experience Mesilla Music Fest on Facebook, and you can get all this information. It's going to be going on like
It's gonna be
crazy
great.
all over town.
Just start driving around and open your window.
Oh yeah,
and you hear
listen
something
for sound.
stop.
It'll be all over the place.
That's what you need to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's
Also,
about time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank you.
Unleash the dragons.
I think it's beautiful that all these musicians are getting out and doing it, and these places are allowing it to happen. Just God love them. I just love that.
oh yeah.
And if not, there's a street corner somewhere where someone can play.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
and just the regular
Sidewalk.
stuff going on
Yeah.
besides the fest.
yeah.
This week, Friday, BJ is going to be playing at Amaro
Mhm.
at 6.
Yay!
He'll be playing. That's two places where it's on there. CL Smith is playing Sunday at NM Vintage at 3:30. Daniel Sanchez at La Posta de Mesilla Restaurant.
Ooh.
That's Friday at 6. I don't know who Lush Life Quintet is. They're playing at La Posta on the 13th. Daisy Blue at Vintage Wines on
on
Saturday,
Saturday.
6:30.
Yo.
This Saturday?
Yeah,
This
keep
Saturday.
it good. Keep it good. Yeah, come on out Saturday. Yo.
Cool.
Yeah.
Start your weekend with BJ on Friday, then come hang out with me on Saturday.
Yeah.
I actually did pitch that the weekend wine thing.
Uh-huh.
Actually, my mom pitched it for me to one of the owners at Amaro,
Right. That's a good idea.
and they actually said, "Oh, yeah, we could do that." I'm like, yes. So my idea was, sorry for those that didn't catch the show or don't remember what the hell I'm talking about. I was saying that if you spend the entire weekend on a winery, like I've been doing,
Mhm.
you just buy one bottle for the whole weekend, and then you come back and you drink from the bottle that you just keep at the winery.
Yeah.
And so yeah, apparently they're like, oh,
You
this-
don't finish
not a
like
bad
I
that?
don't understand not finishing a bottle in one sitting.
I guess this would promote not downing a whole bottle of Ambrosia in one go, but
I still don't understand the words coming out of your mouth.
I will tell you, we went to open mic one time in Amaro, and I ordered my favorite wine, and she said, "Oh, just give him a bottle. We were going to be there 3 hours." And she goes, "Whatever you don't drink, we'll take home." And I get to the point where
3
there's a
hours?
little bit left. She goes, "Oh, just finish it." And then we get in the car. She, of course, had to drive. And as we're going home, she's like, "We are not doing that again."
that's why you leave the bottle there.
Thank
yeah.
goodness I played first.
Yes. Yeah. I
Well-
had the last Saturday that I was there hanging out with you guys. I had one of those days.
Well, I am a firm believer that we need to stop all forms of abuse, child abuse, spousal abuse. Alcohol abuse is one that doesn't get the sort of attention that the others do. And we got to be careful with the alcohol abuse. I've grown up my whole life.
Yeah.
If you pour it, you finish it. If you make the face, you just finish it really fast and then move on to something you like.
That's a song lyric because alcohol
Yeah.
abuse is when you pour it down the sink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what song that is.
Oh, I've been guilty of that.
Yeah.
I have done it once in the last several years, and it was actually recently because, oh my God, don't try Four Loko, people. It's not what you
And
think.
don't mix white alcohols or clear
Oh.
alcohols with colored.
That was a
Don't
long
mix your
night.
don't mix your whiskey and your vodkas. We learned that the hard way.
Whoa.
That was awful.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
Oh,
We were not big drinkers, so we had like
I
this
see.
much in each little bottle.
Oh, no.
And I am like, I'm done having all these, bottles sitting in the cabinet that, we haven't had. He moved in with them,
Yeah.
and they were
Oh,
like
dear.
in our cabinet for 3 years,
Oh, yeah.
and they were in his cabinet prior to him moving in with me. And I was like, I'm done having all these little bottles laying around. And I'm like, we're just going to finish them. So that's what we did. We had some mixed drinks, and when we ran out of the vodka, we switched to Everclear. When we ran
Oh,
out
God.
of
Not Everclear.
we-
It wasn't Everclear. It was rum.
well, whatever it was. Then we went
God.
to
No
we went to the
judgment.
we went to the whiskeys, and then we went to the bourbons, and that was on a Friday night, and I
Yeah.
walked into work Monday still feeling sick as a dog with a headache that would not quit, and that's the first time I've ever had a hard hangover. And I worked for a bail bond company, so you can imagine when we went out who we drank. And the VP looked at me and he was like, "You look like hell," and I'm like,
Thank
"Oh,
you.
this looks much better than what's going on in here." And he was like, "What happened?" Because he knows I don't drink a whole lot. And I told him what happened, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Kathy, you're not supposed to mix your clears and your colors." And I'm like, "Well, you could have told me that Friday at like 5:00. Like, I didn't know you couldn't do that." He was like, "Yeah, you don't drink at all. So drink in moderation and don't mix your alcohols."
There you go. Learn something new every day.
Unless you've got a bunch of Irish blood in which in case you can do
Which
whatever you
nothing
want.
matters.
No, that goes out the window right
there.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to learn that.
You don't want to know my drinking schedule some nights. It's gotten weird. Very, very weird. Especially when I have had friends over and bartended at my house.
Ah.
And I'm like, hey, you need to try this. Hey, you need to try that.
Hey, bartender.
Yeah.
And I know he's got a stock of Monster Cookie, which is a brew from
Yes, I
Icebox
do.
Brewery, and it's
Wow.
seasonal.
It's
It's a
seasonal.
winter
Like
brew,
that.
so
It
they
is-
it is
discontinued
no
it for
longer
the
there,
season. Yeah.
But I have 6 quarts sitting at my house.
We need to get them to open it up to open mic night.
Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
That was the
They've
most
got a
fun.
nice patio. They've
That
got a
was
parking
great.
lot that they can cordon off. We can park in the dirt and walk.
And that was
Yeah,
was
it might be
my
time.
open mic
Yeah.
that I started with, and I
Yeah.
loved it over there. It was a
That was
nice
the first open mic I went to.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did. I got
Yay.
social with people again. So
We need to open that up.
I was in
'Cause that was a
lockdown
great
before there
place
was
to
ever
go.
any COVID.
And the tables
Yeah.
were still 6 feet apart for the most part.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
They
yeah.
didn't really have tables on top of each other to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. And with everything else opening up, I mean,
It's getting there.
understand that we do have some going on. Scott Jasmine is going to be playing on Saturday at Icebox on Picacho, which is
Nice.
one that I love. 5 p.m. he'll be playing. So they are doing some performers. Yeah. We need to talk to. Oh God.
Like I said, roll down your window, start driving around, and stop when you hear something.
Spread
Like,
the word.
Oh yeah. And the nice thing is with it being outside, you're going to hear it as you drive around.
Mhm.
And now that the weather's changing and looking great, it's I love
It's
how
time.
January they said you can have a patio seating in January. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks a lot, Gov.
Oh, by the way, my newest Facebook friend is going to be performing at Rio Grande Winery on Friday. Yeah, I'm now Facebook friends with Neil McGowan.
Ooh.
Love Neil McGowan. He's awesome. Yeah, he's a real nice guy too. So
It's about
since
time you guys have been Facebook friends.
since we're buddies and all,
Since you're officially Facebook friends.
I've kind of been a fan of him. Even when I didn't know the music scene out here, I was a fan of Neil. Very cool. If you want something different, Friday night you can go to Galaxy Gaming Lounge at 6 p.m. They're having a Mortal Kombat tournament. So just as an aside, that's
You
not
had
music.
to throw a little bit of that in there.
A
Didn't
little
you?
We
bit
were
of
doing
the-
so good.
We were almost to the right at the very edge, and you squeezed it in.
Squeezed in some
Okay,
nerve.
okay. Rio Grande Winery on Sunday.
There
Daniel
we go.
Sanchez is going to be playing starting at 3. How about that?
Awesome. Yeah.
And by the way, you want a nice place to go to hang out outside. It's their back patio. They've got a little stage, like a gazebo type stage
Yeah.
that he'll be on. And the view of the organs is
To
awesome.
die. It's
It-
to die.
Date
Yes, it
night.
is.
I know.
It's to
And
die.
they have got they've got frozen wineritas. They've
Oh,
got sangrias
baby.
that are awesome.
Oh, okay, you just
they
got
even-
my interest.
They've even got some
Yeah.
tap beers.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the ownership changed, so I don't know what the recipes are going to be like. I know they'll be a little bit different, but I remember going out there, and the thing I would get would be their cherry sangria.
Mm.
Drink that all day.
So what was that place again?
This
The
is
Rio Grande?
Rio Grande
Rio Grande
Winery.
Winery.
No, it's his quiz time.
Oh.
See,
Ah,
I'm not
sorry.
paying attention.
I
Rio
didn't realize
Grande
we were
Winery.
inserting ourselves.
When?
Saturday?
What time?
Whenever you tell me we're going.
Well, he got
Pay
one
dummy.
attention,
he
fellas.
got one part right. Sunday,
Sunday.
3 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
There was a point that every Sunday Daniel was the one out there, and they've got some other people out there too. But man, Daniel is just so much fun, and you never know
Yeah.
what he is going to play because he'll play anything.
Crazy vocals, man.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy vocals on that guy.
He's got up there and he's played some Usher on acoustic guitar, which is always fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Um,
Very talented, spirited young man.
That's cool.
Let's see, what else do we have going on? Broken Spoke Tap House is having trivia night on the 10th
Oh, cool.
and the 11th. Rock House in El Paso is having a St. Patty's Day party on the 13th. Oh, yeah, we won't be doing that.
Well, you
I don't have
could.
I don't have the energy to go to El Paso these days. I think that's about everything that we've got going on that's showing up on the event calendar for Facebook anyway. That covers this week. That covers the
Yeah.
Music Fest coming up,
Yes.
which is going to be
We'll
awesome.
keep
We'll get
plugging
into
that.
more of that, and who knows? Maybe we'll get some of the artists on the air, especially one that we haven't heard of. I'm going to try and get a hold of them and
Yeah.
at least see what they do. They got to have something up online.
Oh, we got to get Dallas on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he'd be down for that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people I want to get on the show, including some that we've had before we haven't seen in a very long time
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because we've been out of touch with a bunch of our friends.
Mm-hmm. It's time to get back into
Back.
touch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Touching our friends is tight.
So, Ryan George.
Well, if we're still on the air after that one.
Remember,
Oh, it could get
touch
worse.
each other.
Wow. Okay.
You can't
Again,
say stuff like that in a COVID world. You can't say stuff like that in a pre-COVID world.
Maybe. Yeah, I know one of the guys I would love to get back on the show because I've missed him. I haven't heard from him in a while. Is Leon Garner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leon is a
What is
blast.
that dude up to?
Yeah,
Let's
he's
find out.
he is so much fun. All country, and he does country with a smile on his face, no matter what it is. And it's just he's obviously joyful. And one of the favorite songs that he does is a murder ballad, and he does it with a big smile on his face, which makes it extra creepy and awesome.
I have to catch that one.
It's he's so cool. We've had him on the show once, and he's one of the first people that I didn't know from the show that I ended up becoming really good friends with hanging out at open mic.
Right.
Because he's very, very open, very friendly, and just an awesome guy. So yeah, we're gonna try and get a hold of some of y'all. If anybody wants to be on the show, holler at us. Best way to do it right now, since we're gonna be making some changes. Comment on the Facebook page for Radio New Mexico. Comment on one of the videos on YouTube, and we'll connect with you from there. And eventually, we'll have everything in place for no longer Radio New Mexico, but
Yeah.
Enchantment Radio.
Enchantment Radio is making the transition.
I'm
That's
kind of
cool.
excited. I know it's just a little name change, but
Rebranding.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
a station that kind of was supposed to go a bunch of places and never really went much beyond. This show was the big show, and so I think it's time to have a fresh start. And
It
we're
is
going to hit
time.
this hard. We've got a bunch of plans for this year.
I'm gonna 40 miles an hour, man.
Mhm.
Just when the speed limit's 25, you know what I mean?
Oh, speed
Yeah.
limits are just
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
that may not
optional.
sound
they're
Oh,
just
fast,
options.
but
Yeah, they're suggestions.
Suggestions.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we're gonna work out the bugs.
Yeah.
This was we did one part of the show that was over an hour long. One show that is going to come out about 40 minutes.
Mhm.
We're gonna balance it out so that and unless I can figure out, and maybe there's a way to do this so we can make the show keep going for the
Yeah.
full 2 hours on YouTube. I think there is. I know we can upload it for a full 2 hours. I've got that part working right. So just one thing at a time. And if nothing else, we'll just tell you, hey, part 1 is over, go back to the main page and look for the live link to come up again for part 2, and we'll just keep going. But yeah, the show's going to be 2 hours from now on. We're going to be getting musicians on, local businesses. Eventually, we'll get Trisha Quillen and Chaz back on with Safe Haven.
Yes.
Whenever they get free, so they can do it. They're just not allowed to right now. But love and miss them. And of course, first Wednesday of the month, we'll have Trevor on from Zia Comics.
I
And
probably won't be here.
oh, you're going to be here for at least one of them. I know that.
Oh, you missed the last
I
one.
don't think so.
We're going to tap into your nerdiness.
I make sure I'm here to keep it reined in a little bit.
Then I'll let you do that.
You know what's
Well,
great?
that last time was an epic fail.
Oh, he had this lost look on his face. It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, we're going to do a bunch of different stuff as we go along, including some new shows. So, if anybody's interested in doing a show for the station, holler at us. We can always get you on there. Pre-recorded, live, we can do either way.
Live remote, yeah.
We're looking at some possible
Let's
live
do that.
remotes. We will be, when we do the one for Amaro for the open mic, it will be recorded and put up later for a couple of reasons. Number one being, we want you to come out and support Amaro. So we want you coming out live to do that, and we'll have it up after the fact. And also, we're going to have to make sure we've got permission from everybody, and we're only playing stuff people want. Somebody says, I don't want to be on the show. We can zap you out of it.
Right.
So we're not gonna hurt the open mic by having cameras there. We'll find that happy medium.
Yeah.
And who knows? There may be a round table type of show, not round table, but a type of show with people sitting around a table or just a room. And there may be some drinking involved. Who knows? We may just have something that's a little more loosened up of an evening. Never can tell. And we'll try not to mix our colored alcohols if we do.
Yeah, it was a bad experience. That's something you never forget.
So that's where we're at right now. Daisy, people can check you out with Abiding Blue.
Yes.
And-
Come and hit me up, or you can hit me up through Daisy Blue, whatever works.
And you are back on Facebook. They can find you there. Not that you ever really completely went away. You just moved elsewhere.
Took a break.
I'm not on it very much. I'm not on it very much. So if I don't respond to you immediately, give me 24 to 48 hours to respond, because I've been enjoying not being on it. But I will post and keep things updated, but my interactions are limited.
When you're private messaging, when you're texting, remember it's not a conversation on the phone. Give people time. Don't be that person that gets mad if somebody doesn't text you back in just a couple of minutes after what you wrote. They might not be near their phone.
that's what calling is for.
Yes.
If I don't respond to your text, then call, and you need to talk to me, then call me.
Yeah. If you call somebody
Press
on the phone
digits.
and you ask them a question and it takes them 6 to 12 hours to respond, then you've got a problem. But on text, chill out just a little bit with it. Give people some time.
But yeah.
And she'll get back to you one way or another.
Well, so if I don't respond on social media as quickly as you need me, because I am slow on social media, I do have my number posted everywhere.
Mhm.
So it's on my website, on my Facebook, it's on my Instagram, or at least for all of my Abiding Blue stuff. And it's the same number for Daisy Blue as well. So
And you're
you
quick
can
with
call me.
text.
Yeah, you can call me. You can text me. I'll respond faster than I would on social media.
You're very quick with text, except when, I send you a text that looks more like a novel. And then we get together.
Well,
to
then
talk
I'm
about
like,
in
this needs to
person.
be a conversation. This is not, and I'm a grandma. I'm slow at texting. So I use my thumbs. It's not good. And
I'm with
everything's
you there.
misspelled. Yeah.
I'm with you. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm bad. And I do voice dictation and I say everything really fast and then I hit send. And I don't know how many times I have to make that mistake. And then I look and nothing makes sense.
Mhm.
Or I'm like, oh,
I've done that too.
a lot of these words sound similar to what
So
I was
I'll
trying to
say,
say.
Hello.
Oh, God. Yes.
This takes me. I can type it faster than I can actually say it in the microphone. I'm like, this is so stupid. You should know my voice by now.
You would think. Yeah. And Kathy, you're getting ready to launch your stuff.
I'll launch tonight at Recruiter Girl, GURL, and then GURL 21 on Instagram, Recruiter Girl 21. And then my email is you guessed it, Recruiter Girl, GURL at Yahoo.
Perfect.
And my number is everywhere. You
Yeah.
can even look me up on LinkedIn. You can even Google Catherine L. Ramirez, and I pop up everywhere.
That's
Awesome.
recruitergirlgmail.com.
No, it's Recruiter Girl Yahoo.
Oh, I thought you put it on.
Yeah,
Here
Yahoo.
we go.
Oh, Yahoo.
You too.
I created it. I should know it. No, it's Yahoo.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go to Gmail and can't find her, that's all
Go to
BJ's
Yahoo.
fault.
Yeah, it's my
So-
fault. Okay, I'll shut up now.
At Gmail.
Oh my gosh. No, but I'm out there everywhere on all different types of social media. So, and then my phone number's listed. So
There you go.
That's awesome. I think we're getting somewhere. I'm glad to see people. I'm glad to see businesses coming in, new businesses, because we've lost so many businesses this year.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, you can also get me at BJ's Nail Designs.
Yes,
For nails, go on my Facebook page, and then
You-
also you
you
can
beat,
find.
you beat me to my seg.
Yeah, and then you can also find me at a Stringfellow Music, which is spelled with a W instead of the W, it's an E. Stringfellow with an E at the end instead of a W. Music, and that's where you find my music page. But
And that's on Gmail.
yeah, that's on.
That's on Gmail.
Yeah, those are my favorite
oh,
pages
you
there,
beat me
so.
to it. I was gonna
Yeah.
say that.
It's all in the
cool.
Twitterverse. It's all on Google.
Yeah.
You know.
So you can find us all anywhere. You can
Fun.
find, and of course you can find this show wherever find
And if you're not
establishments
sure where to
where-
get any of us, just make a comment on the video, and we'll find
Maybe
you.
Randy can
Yes.
figure out how to
Yeah.
put all of our Twitter, Facebook, Harley Davidson handles out there. So
Oh, yeah.
we can be reached.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of stuff going to make this thing right. It's just a work in progress.
Well, I'm
Oh.
excited for you guys. I think it's gonna be really good. And the fun part is getting
Absolutely.
there,
Yes.
finding out all those little nuances that, oh hey, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all fun, the fun part.
So we will get there a little bit at a time, man. But thanks for joining, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you back on, Daisy.
Yes.
Oh,
It's so great to have Daisy
shucks.
in.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
And Daisy, BJ, we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Kathy, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for having me.
And that means, as we're using a lesser board, which will not be going on for much longer, we'll be using a better board soon. You guys take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. To be featured as a guest on our show, email us at info@myradionm.com or visit our Facebook page. Thanks for listening.